AskReddit LGBT religious people. How do you reconcile your identity and your religion? Subscriber all and humanity. Depends on your religion. Really. For context, I am a gay man from India, living there as well. I was born into Hinduism, but left it due to a lot of reasons. Hinduism itself is a diverse religion, and several sections of Hinduism have shown tolerance and even acceptance toward multiple genders and sexual orientations. Modern Hindus, at least in India, can be, and are, very homophobic and transphobic, but it is more of a cultural thing than a religious thing. Many gay couples have had Hindu weddings abroad, so maybe there is a way forward. It will take a lot of theological and religious debate before progress is made. I was an atheist for a while, but now practice Buddhism, which has no proscriptions for lay people being LGBT. Many Buddhist teachers, monasteries and sects now openly welcome and even ordain LGBT people. And the practice is geared more towards personal liberation rather than a God sitting in judgment. Buddhism has helped me reconcile my identity with my faith to an extent. Edit. For clarity. Also, when I say more a culture thing, I mean that anti-LGBT scriptures are obscure and very small in number. Hinduism does not have a single holy book or canon. When I was 19, I had a come-to-Jesus moment after ending up in a psych ward. I was going through a gram of coke every day, rolling every weekend, stealing from my parents, had stopped taking my meds in order to safely get blackout drunk nearly every night. Stellar logic, I know, self-harming to the point of needing stitches, and was failing all of my classes in college. I ended up in the hospital, and I had a vision of Jesus telling me I was having all these problems because I forgot how to talk to him, even though I thought it was a delusion and hadn't been to church in 6 years. I went back anyway. I'm coming up on 3 years of sobriety now. I'm on the dean's list at my university, and I consider myself a devout Catholic. In the time since I went back to church, God had changed every single aspect of my life and personality. I didn't go through any programs like No, but a combination of psychiatry, therapy and daily mass at 7 a.m. despite doing a complete 180. The one thing that never changed was my sexuality. When I was 13, I prayed that I would stop being attracted to girls. And it didn't happen. I stopped going to church because I thought that I would get struck by lightning if I ever entered the house of God again. After my second year of sobriety at age 21, I was grateful for that new me, but kind of laughed at how I was still bisexual at the end of it all. I don't really have the evidence from the Bible to back up my claim that God accepts me for being LGBT. I also definitely don't have the support from the general Christian population. But I guess in my experience, when I asked God for help, He looked at my addiction, the state of my mental health, the way I was treating other people, and my self-hatred and went, "This needs to change." And when He looked at my sexuality, He went, "This doesn't." I'm not overtly religious, but grew up in a Catholic Church of England house. When I first came out, I completely shunned the church as I was taught all my life from the church that gay people were sinners and devils, etc., which really made me hate myself. Now though, I've separated my beliefs from the church. Yes, I believe there's a God, but I disagree with organized religion, religious teachings, and a lot of things I grew up with. I think it depends on your religion. I am bisexual and a Christian. People ask me this all the time when it comes up, and they often seem to make unfair assumptions about what Christianity actually teaches based on some sort of stereotypical conservative, deep south form of the religion. Christianity is not a cohesive religion where every Christian on the planet believes and practices in the same way, but rather an umbrella term for many different denominations who share a common belief in God and the teachings of Jesus but have other differing beliefs. I belong to a liberal church, We believe the Bible is a historical text and should be read as such, e.g. keeping in mind that it only speaks about issues of biblical times and doesn't necessarily translate directly to our modern day experience. We also believe the most important commandment of our faith is when Jesus said to love one another as I have loved you. Therefore, in our daily lives we try to practice situation ethics. We always look at each situation and decide what is the most loving thing to do. The focus is primarily on Jesus' teachings about love, kindness and taking care of the less fortunate. For this reason, contrary to the popular image of the conservative Christian, many of our members are actually outspoken socialists. Being LGBT is not considered a problem at all for us, as the most loving thing to do is to accept your fellow humans for who they are. We believe that everyone is part of God's plan, LGBT or otherwise. Edit. Thank you so much, all the love. I did not expect this to blow up. Thank you for all the comments and thought-provoking questions. Even comments I disagreed with have made me think and reflect, so thanks for that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to come away from Reddit for a bit, as I've been having a few hateful messages as well, and it's giving me a panic attack now, haha. Got to look after my mental well-being. But I'll come back another day and answer more questions if I feel able to. Sending love to everyone struggling with faith or sexuality or anything else. Hope everyone finds the peace they need.